Good morning, children. Welcome to the online classes of Scottish Public School. This video lecture is going to be for class 5 SST. So, I request all the students to go to the page number 4. This is where I left this chapter in the last class. So, this chapter is going to be about longitudes. So this is SST class 5 chapter 1 and lecture number 2. So everybody please go on the page number 4. Page number 4. I hope you all are on the same page. So, this chapter tells us about longitude. Yesterday in the last class, we studied about the lines of latitude. It means, what is latitude, dear children? As I have told you already, that this is a globe. This is a globe. So, the lines, those who are going straightly or in this fashion from east to west direction in a globe or in a map, always the north side is towards the top and towards the bottom it is south. Got my point? So this will be north, this will be south. Accordingly, so automatically this will become east, this will become west. Got my point? So the lines, those who are going from east to west, from east to west, okay, this will be called latitude or parallels. These are latitude or parallels. Similarly, when the lines goes like this, in this fashion, from top to bottom or from up to down, this will be known as longitudes. The lines, those who are in this fashion, they are latitude. Those who are standing tall, they are longitudes. Got my point? I hope you are understanding it clearly. And look at the book. Give your attention to the video. Don't skip it. Try to understand it very clearly. These lines, which are coming from top to bottom, from up to down, these lines are known as lines of longitude, right? So here we go on the page number 4. Please have a look at the page number 4. Lines of longitude are imaginary lines marked on the globe. They extend across the surface of the globe in a north-south direction. Lines of longitude are also called meridians. Similarly, as we know that the lines of latitude are known as parallels, similarly the other name of longitude are meridians. These lines are known as longitude as well as meridians. You can call it meridian also, you can call it longitude also. Okay? So, like in the previous class we studied, there are some special features of latitude. In the same fashion, we have some special features of longitude as well. Lines of longitude mark the distance of a place east or west from the prime meridian. It means what will be prime meridian. Suppose that in this picture or in this drawing we can see, hey, you close the window. So this line, this middle line, this is known as equator. This is also known as 0-degree latitude, equator. What is this, children? This is equator. Similarly, the line which divides the globe into two equal halves in the east and west direction. So from here to this one, this will be known as eastern hemisphere, and this half will be known as western hemisphere. This half will be known as northern hemisphere, and this half will be known as southern hemisphere. So we have to keep in mind the line which divides the earth into two equal halves is known as equator, and the line which goes from the middle and intersect both the parts into two equal halves will be known as prime meridian. So this line is prime meridian. You have to keep that in mind. This is prime meridian, and this is equator. This is equator. Got my point? I hope you understood it. Okay. So the next point is saying they are numbered from the prime meridian 0 degree. As I told you in the previous class, this equator is 0 degree latitude. Similarly, this prime meridian is 0 degree longitude. Got my point? So they increase in the value eastwards and westwards till they meet at the 180 degree latitude. These will, from here it is 0, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, it will go on. They go like 180 degree they will go. Similarly, so they divide the globe into 360 degrees. Okay, 180 eastward, 180 westward. Okay, the meridians to the east of the prime meridian are numbered east meridians, and towards the west it is known as west meridian. So if you come from prime meridian to this side, this is eastern meridians. From the prime meridian to west side, this is west side. I have told you from at the beginning of the video. This is west and this is east. So we have to keep that in mind. From here, these are eastern, those are western meridians. Next point is saying the meridians are equal in length from the semicircles and extend from the north pole to south pole. So these lines, they form semicircles. From like this they are coming, and they are forming half of a circle, not the full circle, half of a circle. So this is how they are. There are 360 meridians in all. So from here to here 180 meridians, from here to here 180. It means in all how much it will be? 180, it's 360. How many meridians are there? 360 meridians. And how many those lines, the vertical lines? I told you that these lines which are going like this, they are known as latitude. They are known as latitudes. So these lines are 180 and those lines are 360. You have to keep that in mind always. The number of latitude is less than the number of longitudes. Longitudes are 360, latitudes are 180 only. So this is the entire picture of a globe in form of grid. These boxes, small boxes, are the blocks formed by intersecting lines of latitude and lines of longitude. These are known as grids, global grids. Got my point? I hope you are getting it very clearly. And if you have any sort of doubt regarding these things, if you are not understanding it, if you are finding it very difficult to understand in English to English teaching method, you can ask me. I will switch it to Hindi as well. In the middle part of the video, I will translate it into the English, into Hindi from English. If you ask it, you have to complain for it. Otherwise, I'll think that you are understanding it, there is no problem at all. The prime meridian and the 180 degree longitude together divide the earth into two hemispheres, eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere. As I had told you in the earlier video yesterday that these are northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Similarly, from prime meridian, these are eastern hemisphere, these are western hemisphere. There are 4 hemispheres. We have to keep that in mind. Suppose that I am making a separate drawing for you. These things, suppose that this is the globe. So this is eastern, western hemispheres. And once again, if you will have a look at this, these are northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. So this is another part, this is other part. You have to keep that in mind. Both the lines. This is equator dividing it into 2 equal halves. This is prime meridian, which is also dividing the earth into 2 equal halves. But keep always in mind, these all lines, whatever I have taught you so far, are imaginary lines. They are not real. They does not exist on the earth. These are imaginary lines. This is only the thought of the people. They have developed a framework so that they can locate the place on the surface of the earth. So as I have told you the lines of longitude, now the longitude passing through the town of the Greenwich in the United Kingdom was adopted as a prime meridian or the 0 degree latitude. The local time at Greenwich is called the Greenwich Mean Time. The GMT is used to calculate the time at all the other places on the earth. It is also used to calculate the longitude of a place. It means, here comes the United Kingdom. It means, what is United Kingdom, beta? This is Great Britain, where the London is located. So Great Britain has a prime meridian. Suppose that if we will talk about a time here in this part of the world and the time here in this part of the world, there will be very much difference in the time. It will take more than 40 hours, I believe. So what the developers have done that, they have taken this prime meridian which passes through London, which passes through a place known as Greenwich. It is located near London in Britain. Got my point? So this will be standard time. This is known as Greenwich Mean Time. This is the standard line of meridian. So this part of the world has to follow this time. This part of the world has to follow this time only. So all of them are having equal timing or standard timing. So suppose that if right now it is 10 o'clock here in our area in India, so it will be 3:30 in England, because they are having 5 hours. I beg your pardon. If that will be 3:30 in the England, then it will be 10 o'clock in our locality. It means when we are having 3:30 time here in United Kingdom, it is 10 o'clock. If suppose that it is 10 o'clock, then there it is the time 4:30 in the morning. They are 5 hours back from us, because we are locating here. India is somewhere in this part, and London is here. So there is a difference of 5.5 hours. But my point, 5 hours 30 minutes is a different time. Similarly, if it is day in India, it will be night in America. According to that only, if we will talk about Australian time, New Zealand time, we can see clear differences. But my point, even if we will talk about India, there is a huge difference in the timings of Gujarat and Arunachal Pradesh, because that has a long stretch of 2914 kilometers. It means approximately 3000 kilometers difference is there. So what happens? There is a time lag of 2 hours between Arunachal and Gujarat in India itself. What they have decided, that there will be one place which will be intersecting our country, India, into 2 equal halves, and that meridian passes through the Mirzapur, a place in Uttar Pradesh. That time is being taken as a Indian Standard Time. So that that time has to be followed by the Arunachal Pradesh people also and Gujarat people also. This is how the times are balanced in all over the world, and GMT is the standard time. Any other country has to calculate their time according to the GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. Got my point? The international date line IDL roughly follows the 180-degree latitude. This line marks the place where the calendar date changes from one day to the next day. If it is October 20 in the west ideal, then it will be October 21 in the east ideal. What this line says? If here it is, suppose that today it is 15th of April, here it will be 15th, so here it will be 16th. There will be a difference of one day. Dateline, if in the western ideal, it means international dateline, in the western part it is 15th April, then on the same day here we will have the 16th April. And if you have noticed one more thing, that when it comes to 31st December in India also, we can see in the news channels, when 31st December 5 o'clock in the evening, we can see that many of the places of the world like New Zealand, Australia, they are celebrating their new year at 5 o'clock in the evening in India, and there it is 12 o'clock in the night, because people start celebrating the new year right at the 12 o'clock midnight, right? So it is 5 o'clock in India, and in New Zealand they have already celebrated the new year. It means still there are 6 hours left in 2020, but they are celebrating for 2021. It means they are ahead of us. So these are the things you have to keep in mind and understand. Now the other point comes, what is global grid? As I have told you that these lines are coming from top to bottom. These lines are going east to west and forming a box shape. Here you can clearly see it is called grid. Why they are formed? Just to help the people to find a place on the earth's surface, these grids are taken in use. These are used to help the people, and they are able to provide the exact location of a place on the surface of the earth. Got my point? So this is known as global grid. What will be the definition of the global grid? You can see in the book on the page number 5. The network formed by the intersecting lines of the latitude and longitude is called the global grid. This definition you have to note it down into your copy, and you have to understand it. Now with this thing I am wrapping up this chapter here, and I would like to give you some homework as well. Please note it down in your rough notebook. There on the page number 6 there is given a beautiful map of India. You have to draw it in a rough copy on a white page and draw it beautifully, clearly, and I will give you marks on this. This will be of 10 marks value. If you are drawing it beautifully, clearly, you will get 10 out of 10. If it is not that good, 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. So you have to draw it. Along with that, you have to note down this exploring new words like grid, imaginary. Note down the meanings of this or the definitions of these words in your rough copy and remember them. You have to do it, send it into the group so that I can be able to check it. And along with that, I would like to give you one more homework. That question number 1, mark the following statement true or false. You have to do it. There are 6 points. True, false you have to make. Question number 2, fill in the blanks you have to do. Name the following. So these are the homework for the day. Thank you. Have a nice day.